This is Shani right here, and her husband Revelation News. You'll hear her name later. Now, in my previous video, I talked about a dude named Nick Bravo. And the ones of you who clicked off early on that video yesterday, you missed that part. Now, I didn't show him yesterday, but this is him right here. And this video will be in the description box.
You know, I'm gonna need some money. I don't know why people think that, like, living on, because I mean, what I get barely covers, it covers like rent, car insurance, phone bill, internet bill, and a little bit of gas. That's basically it. I mean, if somebody wants to send me $1 on the Cash App, see if it actually works, feel free. But yeah, it's Cash App $ Bravo de Christus. And yeah, and that's very true. I don't need to be everyone to everything to everyone. But if I'm going to have a successful channel, I've got to have a consistent. I have to be consistent with some message. Yeah, I really need to use this camera more because I spent $200 on it. That's like I'm not using it to the full capacity. Part of that is because no, you're fine. Well, the thing of it is like my biggest issue is I need to figure out my fucking niche because I don't really have one. You know. Because the thing of it is I'd rather talk about psychology and philosophy. But I don't have any like credentials. I did try to talk about the addiction counseling stuff, but the trolls shut me down pretty quick.
What do you want to talk about?
Now, his financial situation, I'm not the one to pick at that. I'm not picking at that, right? I want to be clear, especially because I'm not in the best of situations myself when it comes to bread. But I do want to talk about being substandard and him blaming everybody else for it. But you heard Nick saying that he needs to find his niche, or niche, I think it's pronounced. And it's nobody's fault but his that he ain't found it yet.
I'm not going to say it because I don't want the trolls to figure out where I work. So. Bad enough they're little spies. You know, the thing of it is I mean, the very least they could do is help me out with some fucking money. They watch me and they won't get, they hate shit. They literally hate pay Shani. They're like, we hate you, Shani. Here's some money. I'm just like, what the fuck? What the hell? What the fuck's going on here? But that's what they do. They hate her so much that they give her money. They're her pay pigs. That's what the pay pigs are for. They're pay pigs.
People who he sees as lowlives, meaning Shani, because he talks about them real bad. He talks about her and Rev. But people who he sees as lowlives, he still wants what they have. And he wants the same group of people he wants the same group of people to start giving him money. The people who give Shani money are the same people who's been trying to destroy the life of her and her husband, Rev. They don't done some bad. Anyway. But Nick, they've been trying to destroy his life too. He talked about it in the video. If you click on it in the description box, he talks about it. But he still wants money from them. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That is the opening passage. I'll call it a passage. That is the opening passage to what's called the Serenity Prayer. Warlords, warmongers, chaos demons, people who seek out conflict. They're often in places where they know it will be war, or what I'd call spirits of disorder. Those are the types of people who I hear on here talking about how YouTube needs to be made into a safe place.
An impotent exile, was this force, this presence, returns to torment me.
Bloodthirsty savages on here crying about why there is little to no peace on here. The Serenity Prayer is not meant for people like them.
Come closer.
Hey, you remember when we was kids and we would stand by waiting to lick the spoon? Remember those? Well, the kids these days, they probably standing by waiting to lick some weed brownies or something. I don't know, because the kid, man, it's crazy these days. But y'all remember waiting to lick the spoon? We remember that. Mom making a cake or something, and we stand right there waiting to lick that spoon. Spoon lickers is what I'll use to describe the watchers. People who may or may not post videos on here. Maybe they'll just comment, or maybe they'll not even comment. Maybe they'll just watch.
Now sweet's coming out the bushes.
Why are so many celebrities under the impression that they could just always just walk to the front of the line? They see people standing in line, they figure they could just walk right up to the front of it. It's the celebrity. It's the celebrity. The audience. It's the crowd that'll made them that way. Either made them that way or brought that out in them. Some folks on here likes to pretend that because they only watch, they're not participating in our shenanigans. Why are celebrities under the impression that they can always just walk to the front of the line? Views and viewers. People get high off that on here. I hear people all the time talking about, yeah, you be over there with only 10 people in your chat. I hear people all the time talking about you only got 200 views on that video on your dead ass channel. Gassed up off views. Our Congress here. Other places it's, Parliament. Governments. When they monitor and evaluate our activities and behaviors on here, they factor in watching. The hammer that they're going to drop on this internet, and it's coming. But whatever they're going to drop on this place, it won't be pretty. When the dust settles, we're not going to like what we see. We're really going to hate what's been put in place. The censorship that they want to install anyway, they want to do it anyway. But one of the things that they'll be using against us is what we watch. What gets popular. What spreads. We're all going to pay for it. Our mischief on here that we enjoy so much, yeah, we all gonna get that work. They're coming for this internet. If this is gonna stop one way or another, the stuff we do on here, it's gonna stop one way or another. And when they stop us, trust me, none of us are gonna like what they've put in place. Even the ones of you who sit back eyeballing other people's stuff, green with envy, because other people on here got more than you, so you want them gone. Just because you're not where you think you should be, you think others shouldn't have what they've acquired.
So, I wonder how much, I wonder with super chats, and Cash App and Venmo and all that stuff. I wonder how much Shanny's getting.
But again, you're not gonna, no, we are not gonna like what these governments got planned for us all. It taking away other people's stuff, it won't help you. The ones of you who want to see people gone and everything, it's not gonna help you. Taking away other people's stuff is not gonna help you, because if you're lame on here, then you're just lame. And other people being gotten rid of won't raise your stock. It won't. And especially, like they say, haters gonna hate. So even if the people whose stuff you're eyeballing and coveting goes away, guess what? You'll just go find some more people to hate and covet on. But the ones who just watch, guess what? Watching is a humongous contributing factor in the mess that we've made on here. And you're not an innocent bystander either. It's levels to our, degree of participation. It is. It's levels to it. And watching is one of them. But at the end of the day, it all goes into the same pot, including watching. Watching goes into the pot. Coveting thy neighbor's goods, and the watchers is who I've been talking about. The coveters and watchers. Sometimes they're one and the same. Two things. Coveters and watchers. Two things that are major factors in the very thing that they're complaining about. It's so wrong on here. It's so bad on here. But you sitting back coveting and watching. You want to describe people as the riffraff that needs to go. Meanwhile, you're supplying the drug that they're getting high on, called views. But a lot of growth on here gets stunted by that good old thing called hating. A lot of stress and strife on here is due to jealousy. But hating to make you sick. I mean, literally sick. Watching other people's stuff and wanting it can cause illness. And it has caused illness in many people on here. I've seen it.
He blocks that way.
One of the purposes of this commentary is that covetousness, y'all need to get over it.
I'm afraid not.
But I know you'll try to fight me and what I'm saying instead of fighting that covetousness in you.
Own it, I don't have time to debate.
Let's start over, shall we?